and 10.
58 to Mike, 58.
3. 1.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yeah. And 58.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Mixon with a first down carry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Joe Mixon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
I got you. Let's go.
On third down, Mariota. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Where are they, team?
Check 52.
A handoff to Mixon. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw Mariota. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The sack by Marcus Hunt. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. So they'll start on the ground with Hines. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Mexico.
Check 55, Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
On second down now, it's Hines, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Line 40.
Rip left. Whip. Watch the roll. Switch.
On third down, Hines. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now they run with Mixon. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here's a give to Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Tennessee.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On the run, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota buying time to his left. A Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Double dog, that's the way.
Here's Locke. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check out. 1, 2, 7.
54. Mike, 54.
Here we go. 1 and hit.
Right there. 54, right there.
1 and hit.
3rd and long. It's Locke. And an alley to run.
You don't want no problem.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Check 31, check 31.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
3.
36.
Line 36. Line 36.
And I'm coming after you.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mixon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Bravo.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Margus Hunt gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Mixon, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Joe Mixon His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Now remember, still time. They can elect to kick it now from back at the 20.
You have to know what you have mentally from your kicker because the extra points have stressed these guys out all across the league. But I think at this stage of the game, I tried him out there and try it from the 20.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move but couldn't free much space. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
They run again with Hines. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. On 2nd down, it's Hines. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Check out. Related. 40. Easy. Alert.
Bang, bang, bang.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Shift.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, just like last play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check out. Rise, 40. Don't let him breathe. Play that Johnny D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
They'll run with the former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, You might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Right, 674.
Deuce. Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
On second down now, it's Hines. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Safe.
12. 6-6. Pull it high.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Adam Vinatieri on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Mariota. And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Let's go, baby.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Mariota to throw. He finds Corey Davis. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's Mariota. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check out. Here
we go again. Check. Fresno.
They begin the drive with Hines. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
At the 21-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score Colts 24, Titans 20.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
We got this.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Where are they, team?
3, Mike. One twist.
One last shot now for Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.